Yo, dogs, doggies, what you doing? Lexi, everybody says they never get to see ya, so now they get to see ya. Let's get the tractor. Guys, welcome in the door here. Be just a second. Got a little implement to hook up. Watch out, dogs. Hey everybody, welcome to the Stony Ridge Farm live stream. By the way, we're not on the regular channel doing these live streams, so if you're watching over on YouTube, hold on, I gotta think. You're watching over on YouTube, you're on the Cows and Coffee live stream channel. All right, let's lock the brake here. I'm getting prepared. Got some things to move out of one of my shops. Got a bunch of wood stoves to move. Hold on, let me turn that tractor off. Oh, wait. You don't have to turn it off. Guys, welcome to the Stony Ridge Farm channel today. I've got to take this machine down the hill, so we're going to ride down the hill real quick, and then we're going to come back up, feed the cows, and we're going to wait until 6 before we start telling everybody what happened at the house while I was at the farm show. We've had quite a few things. There's some stuff going on with the mega shop. You probably saw that picture if you're coming over here from YouTube, from the main channel. Subscribe to the live stream channel. Just reach down there and click that subscribe button right now while you're in here, guys. I'd love to have you back. Just click that subscribe. What we got here? Oh, sorry, hitting buttons. I haven't done a live stream in so long that I can't remember how to do it. So if this is your first time seeing the machine that I'm on, this is the Select Track electric tractor. This tractor will never be plugged into the grid. This is going to be 100% off-grid machine. And this isn't a sales pitch. I'm just using it. I have to take it down to the house because I've got some wood stoves to move, and I need to use the pallet forks right here. And I don't want to wear hearing protection. So amazingly enough, we're riding a 25 horsepower electric tractor right now, and I can hear myself think. So it's pretty quiet, guys. Pretty interesting how this thing works. We'll speed up a little bit. I'm gonna get some time with the dogs today. I just got done mowing the yard for the first time for 2023, and it's cold. It's about 35 degrees here. Let's cruise on up. You see a Subaru right there? That's a car that I picked up for 500 bucks from my neighbor. It's all-wheel drive, and I think we can use it on the farm. For 500 bucks, I couldn't turn it down, so it's got a busted window, so I'm looking for a passenger side rear door for that thing, because the glass is going to cost more than the door, and the door is caved in. Not sure what we're going to do with that, but we may cut the top off of it and make a truck, make a ute. Woo! That sun's bright, guys. So welcome to the channel, everybody. I hope you're all doing so well. Michael Blum in the house, Mike, Joe, Philip the Wise, Brett. It's good to have you guys. We are driving a tractor currently. Look out, kids. Don't let me hit you. All right, where we're going, we're just pulling up to this shed. Inside this shed, and a lot of people have asked me a lot of questions about that shed. Let me lock the brake here, hop off the tractor. A lot of people have asked me about that shed. And by the way, little blue tractor here, Select Track. It's going to turn off in 2 seconds. That's it. So it sits idle for 20 seconds after you get off of it. I'll turn the key off so it doesn't burn any extra battery, but that's it. Never will this machine be plugged in on grid, okay? So people that are in such doubt about a small electric tractor, it's not a row crop tractor, it's a chore tractor for around the house, around the farm. So let's show you how good the grass looks this year, man. Holy cow. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, just got done mowing with the Toro Titan Max. We love our Toro stuff here, and the dogs are gonna love. We're gonna do a little ball toss with the dogs. So look at the grass. No fertilizer. No fertilizer for how many years? 5 years, I think. We didn't do meat birds last year. This is awesome. How could it be any better than that? So let's get on back here. That's a redbud tree, by the way, Eastern redbud. We're starting to get some red buds on there. And the cats have not figured out how to climb that and get the bird nest out yet, so that's a good thing. Welcome, Jeff, Jim, William. I've been slacking on you guys on the live streams, man. I'm sorry. Just been so busy, and this takes time, a lot of time out of the day for me to do it. But we're gonna make time as the spring and summer comes on. Hope you guys got to see the regularly scheduled video over on YouTube on the new C10 truck down there. It's tucked away down there. And this is Uncle Jesse. And Uncle Jesse is going to be in a future video. Uncle Jesse has a lot of flat tires. Dogs, you don't have to go in the crate because it's time, watch this, to play ball. You want to play ball? All right, watch the dogs here. You guys are going to love this. A little breezy out today. Let's see if we can turn the camera around real quick so you guys can see. There we go. All right. Raptor, dead battery. So dead battery, not dead battery. Not dead battery. We got a lot of trucks going on, man. My insurance guy loves me. See what the dogs do? They go over here and they sit on a rock and wait for me to do ball toss. If you guys don't have one of these, you're not living right, man. This is called a chuck it. Okay, lay down. Lay down. Concentrate. Free! Told you we're gonna do some ball toss with the dogs. They're like, man, I'm over here watching this guy play ball with his dogs. What kind of video is this? We should be wrenching on something. Bring it, Lexi. Sit it. Good girl. Good girl. Get up. Get up. People ask me all the time who trained my dogs. I train the dogs to do what it is that I want them to do. So they know the words grass. They know the words up. They know the words free. They know come, come, come. Sit, sit, get up, and down, down, and free. We'll play with the dogs a little bit more here in just a minute. I've been missing you guys too. Come on, bring it, boy. So that's Buddy and Lexi. People that come here ask me, can we pet the dogs? And the answer is no. And the answer is leave them alone. To be honest with you, these are our home protectors. Come on, bring it, sit it. Okay, I know. Kennel. These are our home protectors. The answer is no. The answer is do not approach this dog kennel because when people come to visit, we put the dogs up. They live in a luxury apartment suite right here. But again, when people come to visit, we put the dogs up. They are our guard dogs. They are here to protect us and the farm, and they are protective. So had some people come visit not too long ago, and the lady that came and visited just insisted that she go pet the dogs. And I told her, lady, don't go up there to that dog kennel. Those dogs can jump that dog kennel. Don't do it. They're not ferocious by any means, but they're very protective. So they're smart, they're very protective, and German Shepherd dogs need a purpose. And their purpose oftentimes is to protect. So we got the cows right here. Hey guys. Hey everybody. You guys looking good? You guys missed the cows. It's been like 2 months since you guys have been the stars of the show. Got one cow standing up on a big rock over there. All the comments stopped for a second. Hopefully we didn't freeze up. There's potential there. Let's see what happened. Maybe we froze up and maybe we didn't. Anyhow, we're going to pretend like we didn't freeze up. Maybe we had some interference from the electric tractor on the live stream. There. Okay, there you go. Joseph says we're still on. Now stop seeing comments blasting by, man. I wonder what's going on. So the cows are doing good. The little baby that we had, Mortimer, is doing great. That's the only baby. Butthead had her baby early this year, and Mortimer is doing fantastic. I rolled out a bale of hay to the cows this morning, and I'm gonna roll out another one with you guys right now. So, like I said, check this out. We're gonna walk around. It's past 6 now, I think. Let's see. Yep, it's right at 6. So everybody should be in here that was gonna be in here. Guys, if you're just joining and you're not following the Cows and Coffee podcast, the live stream channel over on Facebook, go over and click that subscribe button. We'd love to have you back. So this is the Subaru that I paid $500 for, guys. Let me show you something. $500 Subaru. That's it. It's purring like a kitten. I'm really on the fence about what to do with this $500 Subaru, man. It's it seems like too good of a car to cut up, but it's got some crustiness going on. You can see right up there. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's a little crusty around the edges, but shoot, scrap value on it was more than $500, so I couldn't stand it. It scared the cows. So the new bull is doing good right there. That's Donnie the bull. We renamed him because of his hairpiece. There's just no way I could resist it. So he's Donnie now. And you can say Donnie Wahlberg or Donnie whoever, but I think we know what Donnie he's gonna be named after. He's got the funniest hairdo on the top of his head. And we'll go see him again here in just a second. When we roll the hay out, we'll go walk around the cows and check them all out. Michael said, how have you been? Did they pour the concrete? No, that's where we're going. Hang tight, brother, hang tight. So I couldn't get in and out of my shop for several days. I've got the Ventrac sitting out over here. I've got some work to do with it. Got a cool future video, and this is what I should be doing right now, but I'm procrastinating for you guys. Tomorrow morning, first thing, this is a Woods stump grinder, and we're going to be hooking the Woods stump grinder up behind the Select Track tractor, and we've got some stumps to grind. So we're going to see how that electric tractor works. We're going to see if she'll work. That's it. I know I've done some dirt work with it already. We also have from Tar River a small brush cutter right there that we'll be using, and a couple more cool implements. Let's go over here and take a look at those. This is the mega shop, if you guys don't know, and this is where the concrete is being poured. So Michael, that is what's up. You guys can see this is a 20-foot apron and front porch area. We'll walk up here. We'll talk about exactly what's going on, and I'll be filming. These guys are going to pour Tuesday and Wednesday, and they've already been here for 5 days or so working. All this, believe it or not, we had to take this down somewhere. It's nice tall shadow, huh? We had to take this down about 8 inches right here. We had to take this down about 10 inches right here. These are the piers for the front porch right here. And let's just turn the camera around so I can not point over my shoulder. It's not nice to point, is it? Let's just turn it around for you guys so you can see. You need an update on what all's going on. And we'll tell you what happened, the disaster in the house. So, and I did just have 2 cups of coffee, so I'm fully awake. These are piers. There's 4 piers. There's going to be a timber framed front porch that goes right here. So think about this like an A-frame. A timber framed front porch is going to go on here. And those are the piers for the porch. We're going to do decorative stamped concrete from about right there over this way, okay? All of this is going to be broomed concrete, and it's 20 feet. So 20 feet by 112. That is the size of this, okay? Now, the next project, or the next leg of this, is going to be pouring a sidewalk around this way. I'm not made of money, man. This is almost a $30,000 project right here. This is a huge project, a major, major, major undertaking. This will have a 6-foot sidewalk that goes out here, and it'll be 24 by 52 right here. So nearly the same amount of concrete, and we're going to put in a pavilion out here, an outdoor pavilion for an outdoor kitchen. so we can do some cooking videos and some smoking, some meat smoking and chicken processing and all that stuff. And we'll have a great place to do it. So, hi from Pittstown, new something. Let's go into Mega Shop real quick. Let me show you something cool that I've got to put on the timber frame porch. And the timber frame porch is going to be from Carolina Barn Builders. Here's what I got. Now, this place is a mess in here, I know. It's all right, though. So we have this from my friend Bill Reed, Stony Ridge Farm. My friend Bill made that for me. Cut that piece of metal out. He's got a CNC metal cutting machine, and he cut that for me to hang on the front of the Mega Shop once we got it done. It's been here for 2 years. Bill is Precision Manufacturing, the guy with the log grapple, and what else? The tree clip, if you've seen the tree clip on the farm. Listen to how crisp that door shuts. So where I'm standing right now will be under about 5 inches of stamped concrete in about 3 days. So that's what's going on. Solar panel right here. That solar panel, if you can see that solar panel is charging a battery bank in there, which is what charges the electric tractor, the Select Track electric tractor. So what happened about the woman petting your dogs? What happened was I told her don't go up there and pet the dogs, and she just didn't. She just went on and did it anyway. Nothing happened. The dogs didn't bother her, but there are dogs that are wagging tail happy dogs on a property, and then there are dogs that are here to protect. Those are working dogs. Those are working German Shepherd dogs, and they're here to protect. They're here to bark. They're here to scare, and they're very protective of both me and Miss Stony Ridge. So that's why we put them up. That's why they're up most of the time, and they don't get out here with the cows either. So nothing happened, but when you go to somebody's place, respect what they tell you. That's what I'm getting at, I guess. Respect what they tell you. If you say, I wouldn't go up there and pet those dogs, then don't go up there and pet those dogs. Like, respect. You gotta respect, you know? I was gonna open this. I think I'm still gonna open it because it needs to breathe. This is the shipping container. There we go. Inside the shipping container is lumber. And it's about 40 degrees warmer and about 85% humidity in here. I've got a fan and a battery bank, and the battery bank has run the fan dead. So I guess I need to pick up that battery bank and go get it charged back up. I swapped these out. This is a, I don't even know what brand it is. Powidum battery bank. We use these all the time. Instead of having to tote around a generator, we've got battery banks all over everywhere. I'm all about trying to utilize battery technology when I can, and these are solar charged, so we're not burning electricity. Sweet. Now, let's go feed the cows. What do you think? Denise says, I agree 100%. Yeah, exactly. Most people tell you their dogs won't bite you, and then they do. Yeah, I'll tell you, just stay away from them. They're not here for anyone else's enjoyment. They're here for our protection on the farm. So I'm going to turn the camera around here. We're going to get through this gate right here, and we're going to bring the hay bale in, feed the cows. You're right, Farm All Fanatic. Totally right, dude. Like, listen to the guy because he's telling you something for a reason. When you go to somebody else's property or to their farm, and I get this all the time, you guys can't come through there, just so you know. Look at them. They're all like, oh, man, we're going to go through that gate. When you go to somebody else's farm or property, you've got to use your manners. You've got to understand that you don't know the lay of the land and the rules of the place that you're going. And those rules that we live by here on the farm keep us safe and keep us from getting hurt and keep others from getting hurt. So when I have people that ask me if they can come to the farm for a visit, the answer is always no. So if you're thinking of emailing and asking if you can come to the farm for a visit, the answer is no until we have the right facilities for everybody to come to the farm. So we're looking at building some cabins. We've got to have bathrooms. We've got to have facilities for people. It's a very high risk situation. These are 1,200-pound animals, man. And they look like kittens on TV, right? They look like kittens on TV, but they're not. They will hurt you. So, what happened to your house, Charles? Hang tight. We'll tell you what happened to the house. We'll roll out. Well, we'll just tell you. While I was going to the farm show, I had my catalytic converter stolen out of my little Honda Element. And in the middle of the night, I have these little sensors all over the house. And in the middle of the night, I got a water sensor alert at like 3:24 in the morning. And Miss Stony Ridge was here, and I got a phone call immediately, like 2 phone calls in a row. And the pipe that comes out of the hot water heater in our mobile home, the little PEX connector just blew apart, just completely blew apart. That's a 3/4 inch water pipe blasting hot water out into the house for probably 8 minutes or so. We hadn't planned for this. I hadn't discussed what needed to happen if we had a water pipe blow. Had I done that, then probably me and Miss Stony Ridge learned a little bit there. So she was looking after the house while I was gone and looking after the fur babies. And we had a pipe blow up. That pipe burst. She dried up as much as she could and thought it was all good. I knew when I got home that I was going to have my hands full, and I did. So currently in our home, 3/4 of the flooring is pulled up in our bedroom, the entire closet, and all the way down the hallway. I had to pull the washers and dryers out. I just had to pull all the flooring up in the house. So right now the house is torn completely apart. So that's what happened. So it happens. I mean, I can fix it myself. I put all the flooring in myself, so I can fix it all myself. It won't be a very big deal. I didn't make an insurance claim because we have a super high deductible. And whether you know it or not, guys, when you make an insurance claim on something that you might be able to take care of yourself, it's probably a good idea to just take care of it yourself, because it counts against you, whether it's an act of God, an act of nature, or whatever. Making that claim puts a negative mark on your insurance history and can prevent you, if you were to buy a new home, from getting insurance. So, yep. Anyway, you just said they spent the majority of their time in the crate, so I'm curious how they're able to protect the farm from the crate. Nicole, no, I didn't say that. So, Nicole, I just said that when people come to the farm, they go into the kennel. That's what I said. Okay? Is there a way we could twist my words around? I'm not a politician, I'm sorry, but that's what I meant by what I said anyway. So the dogs get put up. The simple fact is, if you go to somebody's house, abide by their rules, right? I don't know why somebody want to argue with you about that. There's no reason. So Tom says, wow, I'm sorry about all the water. Yeah, it's just a bummer for sure. So yeah, Nicole, I don't know why you would ask a sarcastic question like that. I don't know. Was that meant to be sarcastic, or was that just meant to be curious? The dogs are up when people are here, and when people aren't here, and when I'm not feeding the cows, the dogs are out. And when I get done with this video, we're going to run out, we're going to play in the yard, and we're going to play fetch for probably 30 minutes until they're so tired they can't stand it, and they'll sleep really good tonight. Sometimes they'll sleep really good. So anyway, they go when people come to visit. There you go. And they don't get around the cows because the cows will injure them. I've had a cow. Yeah, that's what I meant, Nicole. When I had a cow, sorry, didn't mean to pick on you there. I'm just trying to explain myself, which I don't really need to, I don't guess. Anyway, the cows will hurt the dogs. I've had the dogs out here in the pasture, and the dog's normal reaction to being attacked or a larger dog is to roll over and show its belly. Well, the dog rolls over and shows its belly, and the cows butt them and kick them and carry on. So yeah, that's it. Yep. And Mike says, yep, that's why I don't like visitors on my farm. Kids, let's talk about that real quick. Let's roll out a bale of hay, and then we'll talk about that a little bit so you guys can understand why it is difficult to have visitors on a place like this, and to have even people come to volunteer to help. And I get that email all the time. Let's take this bale of hay because the girls and boys are hungry right here. So we'll take this bale of hay in here, and then we'll come back and talk. Right, girls? Woo! It's time to eat. This is about 900 to 1,000 pounds of hay. Cows are going through about 2 of these per day. I'm gonna roll this out in just a second. I gotta get turned around on the four-wheeler. So even what's going on right here is dangerous, guys, whether you notice it or not. I'm gonna shut the gate. So these cows, they want to come out. They want to leave the pen. I'll be chasing cows for for 5 hours if I don't do the proper procedure right here. So it's something that's pretty serious, especially when you have visitors on the farm. Larry says, would not want to visit that farm anyway. What do you expect from people when you are like family and them? No wonder you have an enclosed gate. Well, I guess what's the answer to that question? Just because I'm here on talking to you doesn't mean that you can just come up anytime to the house, man. Even my parents call and let me know when they're coming, right? Don't you do that with your family? I don't know. I'll treat you like family if you treat me like family. By the way, see you later, bud. We're gonna go ahead and roll in here. All right, so I'm gonna latch the gate loosely. We'll drop this little gate and we'll pull the four-wheeler in. Sometimes I gotta just pull the four-wheeler in. Back up, girls. Shh. Back up. Woo woo. Sometimes I just pull the four-wheeler in just enough because they want to go barreling over, and I just stepped in poop. Our farm is across from several hotels. We're having such a problem with people who think it's okay to just walk over. Yeah, it's not okay. It really isn't okay. It's just a farm is a dangerous place, man. It really is, and it's home. So when I want to take you guys along, I'll take you guys along. But when we want our privacy, just like anyone else, that's why we moved out in the country. Out in the country. So we're gonna go straight out through here with this hay bale, and I'll be back in just a second. Hey guys, you hungry? Woo! All right, everybody poop now. Don't poop on the food. I think we're gonna take this hay bale right here, guys. This looks like a fantastic place. Cut this bale loose. Look out, bully boy. Look out, Donnie. See you getting all frisky there, buddy. Did you guys see Donnie get frisky right there? He's still a bull, although he's a pretty chill dude. He's still a bull. You can't. Go on back. Go on back. I see you snorting at me. You guys might see me. You might see a perfect example of why it's hard to have guests on the farm. Old Donnie's getting a little sassy. Bud, we don't play that. Can't eat this. All right, watch your heads. Watch your toes. There we go. Guys, this is the Greg Judy bale-in roller. There we go. And that's what it does. Let's get this guy all squared away, and then we're gonna We'll crank this up and we'll take it out of the pasture and we'll go visit the cows real quick. I have about 14 pounds of cow poop in my shoe right now. Sounds of the farm. Tammy's looking at us all funny. Oh, dude, stepped in poop again. There's so much poop on my shoes. Okay, let's pull this guy out of the way. Actually, let me open the gate too. Pull it on out through the gate and shut the gate behind me. There we go. Right on. Awesome. Okay, boy, had a little moment of sarcasm coming out there. Pooping boots. Any cows started to show from the last breeding? Yes, Michael. We should be calving here in April. That's the goal, mid-April. So April and May are calving times, and I plan to be home as much as possible in April, May, and June. Hopefully we have all of our babies within a 3-week period in April and May. The last 2 weeks of April and the first week of May. Where did you get that unroll me like that? So that is a Greg Judy bale unroller. Greenpasturesfarm.net. Call my buddy Greg. He's the one that builds those. He makes them, and they're super cool. So people seem to think that that's a huge waste of hay, but guys, there was a hay bale unrolled right here yesterday. So yeah. Yep. Josh, would you say that you are like 99% of most people who don't like anyone showing up unannounced there? Nobody needs to be here other than me. I don't want anybody here unannounced at all, ever. I am too busy for strangers to drop in. So yeah, I would say that I'm like most anyone, for sure. I made notation of the battery bank that could be useful. Approximately how long does it last? Tom, dude, that battery bank is huge. You know, you can't, the little battery bank lasts about 2.5 hours with that fan going. The big battery bank that I use for charging the tractor, it lasts for days, like 3 or 4 days. So long time no see, Don. So yeah, who just asked that? Are you like 99% of people? Here we go. Where are we at? Scott. Was it? No, it wasn't Scott. Let's see. Who was it that asked that? We got to get all the way back down. There's the comments. So yeah, Charles. Yeah, dude. That's it, man. I mean, this is not a public place. This is not Walmart. This is not Target. This is not Starbucks, dude. This is this is farm bucks. So it's, people need to definitely, man, I'm out here working and filming and rolling and rocking every single day. That's why we do have a gate. And every time I leave the gate open, somebody will come up the driveway, and we don't have any blinds on our house. We don't have blinds because we don't need blinds. We don't have curtains. We don't need curtains. Well, we got one curtain in the living room to help block the sun out when we watch TV. But yeah, people just don't understand how they operate. I don't want nobody here for no reason. You know, it's just dangerous. That's it. It's just a safety concern. So, hey, sweetie, how's my sweetie girl? Haven't got love on you in a while. Guys, you miss sweetie? Hey, sweetie. So you guys will see little hair patches like this guy right here. Little 211 has a little hair patch missing. They've been scratching. And this is our newest baby, little Mortimer. They've been scratching. This is the time of year where cows will get a little bit lousy, and they're starting to shed their winter coat. So they'll scratch and rub and scratch and rub. That's normal, okay? We don't delouse or treat our cows unless there's a problem with lice causing weight loss or health disparities. But just scratching, not a health disparity, not something that we need to treat. Patriot Ref says it's his home. Just because it's on YouTube doesn't mean it's a tourist attraction. Exactly, brother. Man, dude, I am burning the candle at both ends every day of every week of every hour. I mean, like I said, right now I'm procrastinating. So you see this cow here. It's got some right here, a little itchy where it's been scratching up against a stump. You'll see a little bit of hair missing. They're getting ready to shed that winter coat. So what I'm doing, walking here, so these are our young calves from last year, and they wouldn't be pregnant, but I'm walking here and I'm doing a little survey. We're checking cow butts, guys. That's what we're doing. Checking all these cow butts and make sure everything's good. You don't have salesmen pulling up all the time between equipment and seed. I don't, no, I don't. We make appointments here. Absolutely. So that's just being respectful. That's it. I would never show up to anyone else's house without calling ahead and making an appointment, making sure it's okay. So that's it. So the new bull's doing good. He's a smaller fella. He's a little shorter than the rest of them, but he'll still get the job done. So like I was saying, we're checking cow butts. So we're checking butts. That's Cindy right there. I could tell just by looking at her butt. Ooh, pasture treasure. Ooh, we got milk jug. What's that? 40-year-old milk jug cap. All right. We find lots of pasture treasures out here. So we're looking at cow butts really to make sure, and looking at cows' eyes and looking at their nose, make sure they look healthy. And we're making sure that we know if somebody's about to have a baby. Number 25 was showing signs of potential labor about 3 days ago, the potential of having a calf. So we're looking for number 25 just to make sure. Look at big bossy mama right here. That's old Blue Eyes right there. The cow has kind of bluish eyes. So we're looking for number 25, and we ought to be able to identify number 25 from the front and the back. So this Karate Cow 17, in case you guys missed, everybody. Karate Cow. This is Butthead. Hey, Butthead. How you been? We haven't got to play in a long time, have we? All right. So we are looking for cow number 25 to see what we have. And the cows just moved from way, way across the farm. You see that field way in the distance over there. So they were just moved over about a week ago. Don't know what you mean there, bud. There we go. Hey, Sherry. I planted my veggie garden from seed, waiting for germination in new raised beds. That's awesome. Awesome stuff. We've got to get our greenhouse up. That's part of this week's chores. Hey guys, so we're looking for number 25, and we should be able to identify number 25, like I said, from the back end. We are just before what we'd call the spring flush. I think that's 25 right there, just by looking at the back end. Nope, that's number 8. See, that's why we tag their ears. People ask why cows have ear tags. The reason they have ear tags. Uh-oh, not a good idea to put your head under there, bud. People ask why cows have ear tags. It's so we can identify what cow is which over time. Gosh, I'm still looking for number 25. She may have scratched her ear tag out of her ear. There she is. There she is. Hey, girl. How you doing? So this cow was showing signs of potentially going into labor either into labor or going into season for breeding. But we're going to get a bird's eye view of the back end here in just a second, as soon as we do a little tickle. So yeah, not really showing too many signs of labor. Typically would be dilated in the back end if we're getting ready to have a baby. So that's what we're looking at. Farm and cattle's looking good. Thank you, Larry. Mike Connell says, you'd be surprised at the trash I find when I roll up hay. Oh man, yeah. Especially if you're getting hay from a place that borders a busy public road. Lots of trash. Trash strap blows out of the back of pickup trucks a whole lot. I would think you would want your dogs to be non-aggressive around cattle. They are not aggressive around cattle. I don't know why this is such a pressing matter today. Let's talk about that. The dogs are not aggressive, but they are protective. So there's a difference in aggressive and protective, right? So I'm not an aggressive person, but if you mess with my wife, I will be protective very quickly, and so will my dogs. So I say wife. So there's no announcement to make just yet. We're going to let the cows kind of sit in the background here a little bit while we chat. There's no announcement to make or anything like that, but there may be an announcement soon. Yeah. But yeah, the dogs are not aggressive towards the cows. They're not. I grew up on a cow farm, and our dogs, when I was growing up, would once in a while go out and chase the cows, and Dad would have to straighten the dogs out when they chased the cows. You don't want dogs to be out there chasing cows. And you know, the cows are playful too. They'll get out and play with other animals. If a cat walks across the field, all the cows go wherever the cat is. So yeah, the dogs don't need to be around cattle. Don, yeah, they're German Shepherds. They're not herding dogs, and we don't need to herd the cows, man. They follow me like kittens. So let's talk about where we're at on the farm and what you're seeing here. I think it's important that you know where we're at. We are behind my house. The last live streams that we were doing, we were way over here, almost a mile away from where the cows are now. In the summertime, we're going to be moving the cows every 12 hours to a different, about 1 acre block of land. It's not summer. It's not really spring. So we're just now getting to where some of the grass is starting to turn green, and then it turned back cold. It's supposed to be 23 degrees here tonight. So that being said, the grass is going to kind of stunt. It's going to stunt itself off one more time, and then it'll start warming up and we'll start getting the spring flush. Lots of rain, spring flush, lots of manure out here on the land, and lots of hay that we've rolled out on spots that needed more nutrient. Over on the other side of the farm, it looks much, much different than this. Over on the other side of the farm, it looks a lot greener because it's had somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 to 30 days of rest, depending on what pasture we're in. The cows are in this pasture currently, and they'll be moved right across over here next. They're in this pasture, and they will be here tonight and tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I'll roll out the last bit of hay to them in this pasture. They have successfully manurized this section of pasture. We'll bump them over to the next section, and we'll roll out hay bales, and we'll do that for about 4 days, okay? We want to give our green grass time to recover. And this is, do you see how green that is over there? That's our green grass. We also have a fencing project coming. So we have Farm Fence Solutions and a number of contractors. We're gonna have a contractor day here, a fencing contractor day. If you're interested in attending that, contact Farm Fence Solutions and they'll get with you on the days that we're gonna be out here. Farm Fence Solutions is out of Worthington, Indiana. My buddy Luke runs that company, and we'll be out here demoing and testing and working post drivers and building fence. We've got about a mile of fence to build over across the way. So the cows will go from here and they will hopscotch. One for about 5 days, another one for about 5 days. Then they'll go across this ridge for about 5 days and 5 more days and then 5 more days, and we'll keep them moving all the way up until about the end of April on this side of the farm, middle end of April. And as soon as we get the fence built on the other side where we're going to build, we're going to move the cows over there, and that will begin the full rotation all the way around the farm. And the cows will be moved twice a day, and each section of pasture should have around about 45 days of rest between grazing. So the cows will only have time, if the grass is this high, to graze it down about like that. The ground should hopefully never, ever be in a state of, how do I say this? In a state of stress, okay? So we're only grazing, the cows are eating a third, they're trampling a third, and they're leaving a third all summer long. This is different than what we do in the wintertime. In the wintertime, we're feeding the land with manure, we're feeding the land with hay, and the cows have consumed somewhere in the neighborhood of 182 bales of 1,000-pound bales of hay. 900 to 1,000-pound bales. So checking for the first time, I bought a 62-acre island on a lake in the wilderness of Canada. Love watching all the channels. Awesome. Teenage Farmer says hello to everyone. Spring is here for us in Illinois. Boy, it's not here now. It's cooled back off. Awesome. Yep. So Mike, yep, I gave you your answer before I even read your comment. So yes, we are going to get started on a new section of fence here very, very soon. Let's walk over here real quick. Let's just take a little farm walk. So you guys know what's going on. I put you on the tripod there. Let's take you for a little farm walk so you understand a little more of what's going on. This little wire right here is an electric fence, and that prevents the cows from getting into this paddock right here. This paddock has nice grass. It's starting to come in. Well, we don't want to put the cows on it just yet, because if we put them on it, it's going to stunt the grass. We want to stunt grass that's not so good. You see the difference in the quality here and the quality there. Dark green, not so green. So we're trying to put pressure on this broom sedge or broom straw. I did do a lot of liming. I put down a lot of lime to bring the pH of the soil up right here. This is some of the most acidic soil on the farm. The pH is about 4, but it's improving. The grass is improving. Everything is improving. And I had to hit this with some lime. So we had to throw some money on the ground on the farm this year. I spent a total of about $7,500 on grass and lime, grass seed and lime. This is the tire water tank that the cows have been drinking from for the last few days. This is a Job Megaflow float valve right there. And there's videos out there where I built these water tanks from scratch. Awesome. The reason these pipes are on here is to keep baby calves out of the water. Okay, I just pushed that valve down. We've got a goldfish in each one of our water tanks, and that goldfish helps for water tank sanitation. Cool. Let's step over the gate here. And we'll go on up and show you the well. Might as well, right? No pun intended. A little bit of gravel out here in the pasture where I had to scoop some out. And you can see this is the line, the trench line. You can see that little divot in the ground right there. That's the trench line where we trenched all the water lines in on the farm last summer. So huge, major undertaking. Okay, let's go up here and take a quick peek at the solar well system. I'm all about renewable energy and saving time and saving money. And this is the solar well. This is from Lorentz Solar, L-O-R-E-N-T-Z. And those are the solar panels that we pump water on the farm with. So these panels power a pump system that's under an insulated rock that's underneath that mulch pile right there. I had to bury this up because we got some really cold days and I didn't want pipes to freeze. That water is pumped out of the well via these solar panels to a tank, and then it falls via gravity to the rest of the farm. So every other water tank on the farm, aside from the one up in this pasture, is all fed by gravity on the farm. Very cool, very cool. So the well pump doesn't have to work to pump a mile of pipe. Awesome. Same calculation with 100 cows. Let's see what we got here. Got somebody talking about some kind of calculations. Let's see here. Love the way you do your cows. Thank you, Jesse James, or James Jesse. Same calculation with 100 cows. I have no idea what you're calculating, my brother. You're going to have to like clarify. Sometimes people leave comments and I don't know what they're trying to say because they're not totally clear on they're halfway into another conversation. So clarify and I'll talk to you, brother. That's for sure. For sure. I can see the lime that I put down right here. We limed this area and we limed a little bit over into here because you can see that broom straw, and that is just an indicator of poor soil health. It's just poor soil health, and it's poor pH, bad pH. So pH of 4 is not conducive to human life, and it's not conducive to grass life. I'm kicking a bale of hay here. This little bale's been sitting here all winter long. So the cows have not been on this pasture since October. And that's when we were doing live streams over here the last time, was in October. So pretty cool. Neat how it all works out. You can see the Blue Ridge Mountains right over the top of the mega shop right there. That is Floyd, Virginia. So we're right across the North Carolina, Virginia line right here. Josh, will you keep more of the cows this year? Yes. We're not going to take cows to the market, I don't think. I think if we do any cow sales, we'll sell right off the farm, or we'll be selling freezer beef. I'm done feeding into this food system in our country. I'm done with it. I don't like it. I don't like the way the food system works in this country. I don't like the way that the farmer has to buy at retail and sell at wholesale. I don't like it. I don't want it. That's not my goal. I want to bring good, high quality food to people, and that's what my goal is. So yeah, I like your land management. Good job. So that's what we talk about. Land management here. So we build soil. The byproduct of building soil and sequestering carbon is beef. We build soil, it builds beef. That's what we're doing. Helping with the hay cost. Thanks, man. Thank you so much, dude. Don McCall, $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. That hay bale cost 47 bucks. 47 bucks twice today. So that's what, 80, 90, $94 worth of hay cows consume today. It takes time, it takes money, and it takes work. That's it. We have yet to see a profit on the farm, and we won't see a profit probably until either 2023 or 2024. When you build a business, you don't always see a profit right away. Right where I'm standing here was was grown up in pine trees toppling all over top of each other, much like what you see right back there. See all those pine trees kind of falling all over top of each other? Right where I'm standing looked just like that 6 years ago. So the climate cult is trying to put cattle farmers out of business, says Patriot Ref. I just don't think they think they understand. I think a lot of people just never step off of concrete throughout their day. I just don't think they understand the seasons. I don't think they understand growing seasons. I think a lot of folks maybe that live in a place like California that has a very mild climate have a difficult time understanding seasonal climates like we have here in North Carolina or like Colorado. You know, Colorado's not a place where a ranch is to most people. Colorado is a place to go skiing and go play outside. And people live and work outside too. Just because the majority of folks don't live and work outside doesn't mean they should turn a blind eye to the realities that are presented before them every single minute of every day. They walk from the car to the door at work, and from the door at work back to the car, from the car to the grocery store door, and from the car to their house. And you need to spend more time than that outside to be in tune with Mother Nature. We are Mother Nature. We're part of nature, and we need to be in tune with that for sure. So Mike says it sure gets hard sometimes to farm full time with no off-farm job, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Oh, dude, I wouldn't have it any other way either. And make no mistake, we're building a farm. This is a first generation farm. Daddy didn't hand me this land. Daddy didn't hand me no tractor. Daddy didn't hand me the cows. You know, this is not hand-me-down stuff. This is all new. This is all building. Daddy didn't build that building. You know, one of the most awesome pieces of advice that I've ever had that my father gave me was depend on nobody. There's several pieces of advice here. You can't depend on anybody but family. Bottom line, if you're going to depend on somebody, you should always be able to depend on family. And sometimes you can't depend on them. Second piece of advice Dad gave me, learn how to do electrical work, plumbing, welding, and carpentry. And you'll never go hungry. Learn how to do all that. And we apply all this stuff every day here on the farm. Next piece of advice that Dad gave me was, you're not ready for college yet. You're not ready. Go in the military and go be a man. Go learn how to be a man. And that's what I did. I went in the Air Force, signed up when I was 17, and as soon as I turned 18, I went in the military. So lots of good pieces of advice from Dad. And the last piece of advice that Dad gave me was buy your own land. So Dad lives on my grandfather's old farm, and part of that farm was taken via eminent domain when they built a wastewater treatment plant on our beautiful farm that was right on the river, on the Smith River up in Martinsville, Virginia. They built a wastewater treatment plant there, and my dad lives on my grandmother's land. He's like, I don't even own my driveway. He's like, do you know how it feels to be out there working hard every single day and the land's not even yours? Now, you know, granted, he'll probably inherit the land, but by the time he inherits the land, he'll be 80 years old. So longevity runs in the family. So he told me, go buy your own land, go buy your own place and set down roots where you want to set down roots, you know? And, you know, my parents were those kind of people that they didn't buy my first car. They didn't give me things. They made me work for things, and I think it made me appreciate life a little bit more. I think we cheat our children by handing them everything when we really should be teaching them how to earn the things that they get. So I don't know. I don't have kids yet. Who knows? Pamela says, it makes me happy to see the food systems of America being called out for what they are. Yep, you'll see a lot of that content coming soon on the channel too. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about the reality of food. We're going to talk about, you know, I'm a registered nurse, man. We're going to talk about obesity. We're going to talk about the garbage you put in your body is what your body is made out of, whether you like it or not. And over time, just because eating something now doesn't make you sick in 5 minutes, doesn't mean it's not making you sick in 5 years or 50 years. So we've got to think about these things. I'm looking at my fence real quick to make sure it's upright. You see me, the sun is blasting. The sun's about to go down here in North Carolina. Awesome. Yeah, Dad gave me good advice, I'd say. Now, Dad wasn't always the nicest guy. I grew up rough. You know, I grew up getting my butt kicked sometimes. Sometimes when I don't think I quite deserved it, to be honest with you. And these are things that me and my dad in my adult life, we talk about, you know. I got a spanking on Christmas one time when I was a kid. Wasn't the right thing for Dad to do. It just wasn't. And I talked to him about it. And I think it's good that he and I can open these conversations now. He's 72 years old, and he and I can open up the doors for these conversations now. And I think what it's going to do is it's really going to make me a better father. I think it will make me a better father, even though I'm going to be an old dad. I think it'll make me a better father. So I think I needed to grow up. I still need to grow up. I think we all struggle with growing up sometimes. So cows are chowing down. You become a better person when you work for your own stuff, says Clyde. Exactly. The sun will stop blasting me in the face in just a second. Just kind of want to hang out here and look at the cows with you guys for a little bit. Let's get this gate closed real quick, and we'll hang with the cows for a minute. Got to close it before I forget. Also got a new trailer over here. I'll show you guys that too. See that in a future video. So if you guys know, I have a good friend. His name is Stanley. They call him Stanley the Dirt Monkey. Well, Stan and I were driving through Minnesota in the cold winters of Minnesota. It was actually fall in Minnesota. And we rode by this trailer place. And Stan's like, dude, look at those trailers, man. They're awesome. He's always got his eye out for cool new tools. So we stopped in and we talked to these guys, and we talked to a guy named Don. Don runs this company called Flow Trailers. This is a Flow trailer. This is a trailer big enough to haul 3 or 4 ATVs, a couple snowmobiles, or my Honda Pioneer. It's a dual axle, 4,000 pound capacity trailer, and it's all aluminum. The whole trailer only weighs 800 pounds. Check this out. It's all aluminum. Very well balanced, okay? The whole trailer, like I said, weighs 800 pounds. I could load this trailer while it's unhooked because it has feet that drop off. We're gonna have a future video that just features that trailer, and we'll talk all about it. We gotta compare all the trailers that we have here on the farm. So, what color will the calves be, says John. Dude, your guess is as good as mine. They should all be black this year, though. So we were bred back to Woolly Bully. He was the Woolly Bully Black Angus beef cow. So they should all be black this year. Pamela says, you appreciate and take better care of what you have to work hard to get it. Exactly. I think a lot of folks think that being a YouTuber, being a social media guy, doing what I do for a living, that you don't have to work anymore. You just, everything just magically lands in your lap. And the reality behind all that is more time than you can absolutely imagine. I get out of bed in the morning, I hit the button on the coffee maker, and I go into my office and I answer your guys' comments and your questions, and I get to all that stuff. And I work really hard to brainstorm on ideas for awesome content, like this week's content. We're going to be filming this concrete pour. How does it work? How much does it cost? If you had to do it on your shop, what are the nuances of what we're doing with this project over here that nobody would ever tell you? So I didn't know when I first started working on the property how fences were built. I didn't know how concrete was poured. I didn't know how these buildings went up. And I think it's important that somebody brings that to you guys. And that's what I'm here for. So it's not about showing off equipment. It's about showing you equipment that can make your life easier, showing you buildings that can make your life easier, showing you tools like inside the shipping container right there. We're going to build a dry kiln right there inside the shipping container. It's going to be all solar. It's going to dry lumber. That's what it's going to do. It's going to dry it. It's going to debug it. So it'll get up to about 180 degrees and fry all the bugs in the lumber. That's what it's all about. So Charles says, life is all about lessons. Guys, leave some comments. There's 250 of you here. Please leave some comments. Charles says, life is all about lessons. It's all about if you will learn from them in a positive way and appreciate them. Josh, you've clearly learned in a positive way, and it shows. Keep up your live streams. Awesome, brother. So we call that taking life's lemons and making lemonade, okay? That's exactly what it is. Take a lemon and learn from it and make lemonade. That's how we got hooked up with the folks from Tar River, talking to them about problems I had with a piece of equipment. And they said, you know what? We've got something that could solve that problem. And I took that lemon that I had with another piece of equipment, and we found the right piece of equipment, and we made lemonade, which is something super cool. Just like the trailer right here. Met Don from Flow Trailers. Don at Flow Trailers also makes docks. We needed some docks for the ponds here on the property. So we talked to Don, and we've got some docks on order, and we'll show you guys how all that works too. Really high-end, beautiful, beautiful stuff. So Pamela says, Josh, you're going to join the YouTube union the creators have started. I don't know anything about any of that stuff, okay? I don't know anything about it. That's probably just, I don't know anything about it. Nah, I don't. I'm here to do me and to bring rural lifestyle to you guys, and country living and cows and farming and building my dream. And I'm not here for the politics of it. I really aren't. I'm not here for that. I'm not brushed up on my live streams. You hear me misspeaking? having gravy mouth. You know what gravy mouth is? When I run out of things to say, I'm like, oh man. Hello, Matthew says, hello, Josh. Enjoy watching all your videos from PA. Right on. Larry says, and don't listen to any naysayers. Larry, naysayers are all day long, every bread and butter. That's my bread and butter, brother. Naysayers. Everybody's got an attitude about something or an opinion about something, but until you have the experience to have the opinion, you need to have a wavering opinion. In other words, if you got an opinion of something, it's okay to have that opinion. But once you have an experience that changes your life, or be able to accept a change in your opinion. Tammy's coming up here. Hold on. Tammy's sneaking up here. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Tammy. Are you okay, girl? So I'm looking at Tammy's face here. We're going to lose, my battery's about to go dead on my phone. I went to the gym today and I spent about, I don't know, about an hour and a half jamming on the music on the phone. Tammy doesn't come up here. Are all the goldfish still alive? Not all the goldfish are still. You guys know about goldfish, right? They don't live very long. So that tank has one goldfish. We put 3 in each tank. That one has 1 goldfish and the other one has 1 goldfish. We're going to do catfish next. That's the goal. Where's the missus? She's with her dad. Bye, Tammy. Let's go on over here. She's with her dad. They went to a show. Her dad has season tickets to a local venue that does like Broadway shows. And Miss Stony Ridge and her dad have a very special relationship, and I think it's really awesome that they get to spend time together. So that's where she is. That's a father-daughter trip. And they do that probably once every 2-3 weeks. Something like that. Mark from Brisbane, Australia. Hey, buddy. Awesome. Hammer down on questions, guys. Any questions you might have. You saw the Kubota in the background back here, the SSV75. It's not mine. That's the Concrete Cruise. Just bought a ton of gravel. A ton. No, not a ton. Just bought 3 18-ton loads. Give me the math on that. I don't even know what the math. 3 times 8 is 24, right? So that's 54 tons of crusher run gravel to put around water tanks all over the farm. So, whoa, somebody just typed out a copy of the Bible. Les. Hey, Josh from Minnesota. Hey, Josh, Minnesota, which California for 20 years. Had to eat junk food, couldn't get no real food. Everything full of hormones, antibiotics. And I came back to Minnesota in 2013. You can get good food anywhere you want to go. You just have to look for it. So Harry says almost time for mushroom hunting. That's right, man. When turkey season comes in, it's morel mushroom season. I have yet to find a morel, but I know where some are. I've got a neighbor, and we're going to go out to his place and look for morels. Weren't you going to move some stoves or heaters? Edwin, yep. That project will be, I'm going to run out of battery. We're going to have to cut the live stream off here in just a second. So that project will be here in the next few minutes as soon as I get done with the live stream, dude. I'm having too much fun doing this live stream. Will you butcher any beef this year? If so, how many? We've got 4 scheduled, but I'm not totally positive just yet. Nobody's ready yet. So I don't know. And when we have farm fresh beef available, no offense, guys, but when we have farm fresh beef available, we'll let you guys know for sure. Like I said, I grow soil and beef is a byproduct. When do you think you'll be selling beef? I want to buy a half cow. I don't know. I'll let you know. I'll keep you guys posted for sure. We will be selling the beef via Patreon. There is, and when I get done here, there'll be links to Patreon. You can scroll down through the channel and find it. You can just go on to Patreon and look for Stony Ridge Farmer. I've got this plan from my buddy Mike from Our Wyoming Life. Not just anyone is going to be able to buy it. We'll be doing it through Patreon, and I think you have to subscribe. It's like $2 a month is the cheapest, I think, $2 or $5 a month, and you'll get a newsletter that'll tell you when we're bringing out farm fresh beef. But that's going to be well into the future. Before all that happens, guys, we'll let you know. We'll make it as cheap as we possibly can. both the beef, we'll make it as affordable as we possibly can, and the Patreon thing, we'll make that as affordable as we possibly can. But you've got to be, how to say this, you've got to be a dedicated follower in order to buy the beef off the farm. So not just anybody's going to be able to buy it. And it seems, I know that seems kind of odd, but what we don't want to do is sell out really quickly to people that aren't always following the channel. We want to sell, our goal is not to sell out of beef. Our goal is to get the highest quality beef to the folks that really help support us here on the farm. So that's what the goal is, and that's why we're doing it that way. But I'll explain all that in a future video for sure. So Wentworth, Larry and Wentworth, just right over the hill there. Right on. Denny, thank you. Well, folks, I've got a boogie, like that person said. Who said that about the wood stoves? I got 3 wood stoves to pull out of that building down there, and I've got to bring them up here and put them in the mega shop before they start pouring concrete tomorrow, and then not tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday. So I got to get them out, make room, because Miss Stony Ridge is moving back in, and she has an entire apartment full of furniture that we've got to get tucked away into that building. So that'll be our nice stuff storage. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to do more live streams, I promise. And hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday, probably Wednesday evening, we'll have Miss Stony Ridge out here on the live streams with us. It'll be awesome. Guys, thank you so much. Let's see if the cows will give us a bye-bye moo. Woo! Woo! Nope. They're eating, and eating speaks louder than words. Guys, have a great day. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time on the Stony Ridge. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button right now over on the live stream channel, okay? Do it for sure. Thanks, guys. Take care. Woo! There it is.